chapter 5. And chapter 5 is self, others, and the community social skills. Throughout chapter 5, I've learned what social skills are and how they are developed. And after reading chapter 5 says that you should be able to answer certain questions about what has been taught in chapter 5. Now, one of the questions was, how do development and identity of the individual intersect with groups and institutions in society? According to chapter 5, social skills are developed to enable an individual to function in the community as well as in groups and institutions. Now, the second part of that asks, what are the main characteristics of a child's social development at age 3 to 4, 5 years, and 6 to 7? So in that part of the discussion, I have employed a student who is a music education major here, and what she has learned about the social skills and also what she has learned about other skills as it relates to children and to the community. Her name is Jasmine Whips, and I'm going to let Ms. Whips answer that question as to what she has understood the main characters of a child's social development is from age 3 to 4, 5, and 6 to 7. Ms. Whips, will you share with us what you have learned about a child's social development?
Sure, Miss Adams. So at ages 3 to 4, they move from parallel play to beginning to have associative play, and they can also manage one playmate at a time. So that means they'll play with like one child at a time. They'll move from this child to that child. At age 5, they would have developed a special friend, meaning they have maybe like a best friend or someone that they play with all the time, and they'll be able to visit this friend like by themselves, like being able to go over to them and play with them, and they won't have to be kind of encouraged to play with them. By age 6 to 7, most children, they're able to take turns, they're able to negotiate, and they're able to cooperate and form peer groups, meaning they're able to group themselves without the teacher grouping them, or they're able to cooperate, in certain situations, and they're able to take turns in certain situations where it's necessary.
So would you say within that age group that they are also able to say, for instance, if they want to go outside and play, that they want to play with this child, that child, would they be able to choose, like say their friends that they want to play with at that age group?
By the age of 6 to 7, yes. As well as 5. It may not be as many at the age of 5, but by the age 6 to 7, yes. They should be able to group themselves without anyone saying, well, do you want to play with this child here, or do you want to play with that child?
Okay. Now, the other part of that chapter also taught us about the developmental theories that explains the development of the social skills within the children as they're growing up. And there was the behavior theory, and that says it's by educating a child through a series of rewards and punishments, adults write on a slate. Now, there's also the theory that Erikson has. Erikson theory of social development is basic trust, autonomy, initiative, industry, and also he talks about some of the social cognitive theories that children display when they are developing. Now, the other part of the chapter asks us about the factors that affect social development. Now, nature, as we all know, is one of the causes of social development that affects social development. The nature of their family and the early educational experiences. It also asks us, why is children's sense of their self-concept important to the development of social skill? It is because it allows for students to develop a strong sense of self. That meaning that it gives them the sense of belonging to a group or belonging to society. Now, the final thing of that chapter was how do children make and keep friends? Well, at the end of that, I'm going to let Ms. Whips tell you how children make and keep friends.
They make and keep friends by being able to cooperate with each other, being communicative with each other, being able to communicate within each other, being able to cooperate and to share, and to know what it means to have a friend. They might not understand the necessary benefits of having a friend, but they understand that they have to cooperate with this person, they have to communicate with this person. So that's how children are able to make and keep friends.
Okay, so chapter 5 basically, like I said at the beginning, it teaches one about self, it teaches them how to get along with others, and it also teaches them how to be able to get along with people in their community. Because as this statement goes, it takes a village as well as a community to raise a child.